And let's get back to this now. It's been months since parents at Soweto's Job Righteve Junior Secondary School had shut down the school. They demanded the removal of the principal, who they accused of chronic absenteeism. Now, parents also complained about collapsing infrastructure. A caretaker principal was then appointed while investigations were ongoing. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is at the school this morning to find out if anything has changed. And Aviwe, the last time we spoke, the answer was simply not much. We heard from even the SGB saying millions were pumped into the school for repairs. However, it seems the infrastructure continues to decay.
1.9 million rand to be exact, Tumelo, that was used to those contractors to fix the toilets, for example, and some of the infrastructure that we're seeing is still in deplorable conditions here. Some of the roofs, in fact, still have holes in them. Some of the windows still in those conditions that we last saw on the 19th of July, when we were told the last time the principal was at the school was the previous year. She is still not here, Tumelo. The conditions of the toilets we showed you earlier on, still disgusting, to put it quite frankly. The one of two toilets that we showed you that all these 941 learners actually use. I want to touch now with the SGB to find out exactly what's been happening, because an investigation was to take place for the next 14 days to see why the principal wasn't at the school. And also promises to fix the infrastructure itself were made. Money's put, we do understand. Let's find out exactly what has happened from Myron Shongwe, who actually holds the purse for the SGB, the student governing body. And what has really happened, Myron?
Yes, here we have a gangster of the officials. When we closed the schools, they saw a chance to come and loot, because they promised to fix everything from the building up until the toilets. 1.9 million has been already used, but we see no work. So we are asking ourselves, what interest do they have? Because us, as the parents were saying, our kids must be treated with humanity, but them they are just here to loot the man.
What's your role then as the SGB? Because I understand you're supposed to be following up on fine. 1.9 million has been put to the ground. You, as the SGB, are supposed to be ensuring that the toilets are fixed, that the infrastructure is fixed, that the principal is held accountable.
Yes, the problem is that we have a circuit manager, Tokamu Cheke, who has taken the functions of the SGB away from us. According to them, for the past 7 months. Then we are asking ourselves, what is the law that they are implying at our school? It is unacceptable that we will have the officers of the district that will come and try to take the functions away from the GP. Then when they are supposed to do their job, they are nowhere to be found.
Okay, Tumelo, at this moment we're still trying to get comment from the Department of Education. I spoke to Steve Mabona a bit earlier on, and he says that he's trying to gather information on what has happened. Remember the last time we took you to the boys' toilet in the corner there? Now we're going to take you into the girls' toilet just to see how the girls here are living, going to the bathroom here. In fact, I'm going to have Member of Parliament with me, Dr. Ntombi Khumalo, just to talk on the state of what we're seeing. You see, as you go in fact, there is a used condom just on the entrances of the toilet. Dr. Khumalo, surely this can't be the conditions are exposed to in our schools.
Absolutely not by any standards. This is absolutely very disheartening. I'm lost for words. When I came in here on Monday to have a look at the progress of the toilets and what had been done, my heart broke. We talk about the cost of living being high, but this is really a high cost for our children's lives, and they should never be subjected to this. And if you look in the toilets, in the cubicles, there aren't even waste bins. So, girl children have to go on their periods. They need to discard of their sanitary products, and there isn't even a facility or sanitary bins for them to discard of those products. So this is really, really, really under no circumstances acceptable.
And Tumelo, you might think that these toilets aren't operational, but we've been seeing a number of girls ourselves that come in to use them. We've had to actually just ask them to stop because of the interview, so we can show you properly. You can see some of even the sanitary materials that are used here. What's going to happen importantly going forward here? Because you were here also when the promises were made by government, Dr. Khumalo. Why is it still in this state?
Absolutely. So we're doing our best to get the district to take some accountability and to really, be actively involved in terms of monitoring the work that has supposedly happened since July, which hasn't happened. And so we are reaching out to yourselves, for example, as media, and really hoping that, this will really touch the human part of those that are responsible, because we cannot. This is unhealthy. This only breeds of diseases and illnesses that our children are exposed to, which will further place a burden on our health system, which already is overloaded as it is. So really, this is unacceptable. We're really hoping that the MEC will respond to this and ensure that our kids are not in an environment like such as this.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Khumalo. We also hope that we'll get that response, in fact, from the Department of Education, as we have already reached out and we are promised that we may get that comment. What you're seeing is 1.9 million rands worth of infrastructure that has already been fixed since the 19th of July when we were last here. We're told contractors have actually gone into Melo and that nearly 2 million rand put in to fix the toilets. This is the girls' toilet, which you see are still in disgusting conditions, if I am quite frank.
There's absolutely no way I'm looking at a 1.9 million rand infrastructure refurbishment project there, Aviwe, more like R1.90. Because when you look at, of course, the conditions, and you gave us a shot of the boys' toilets early on. This is the girls' toilets. Looking at the conditions there, I mean, no place, of course, for them to dispose of their sanitary towels. I mean, the conditions there are absolutely for no human being to, of course, have to, find themselves in, especially at school. The question is, where did that budget go? How was it used? And we'll have to leave it there for now, colleague. But definitely one question that the Department of Basic Education has to answer to, of course, when it comes to some of those issues there that have been exposed at the Job Righteve secondary school out in Soweto. That was our senior reporter, Aviwe Mtila.